Hello, welcome to Not Dead Yet's weekly music chat. I'm Dan.
I'm Lee. Hi.
And we're just going to talk about music.
Music.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Okay, so Lee, you've been to an exciting, I think that's the right word, exciting gig this week. So who did you go and see?
I went to see Suicide, who we've talked about before in Album Swap.
Yeah.
If you're not familiar with them, they're a pioneering, I think, is a...
So like pie and mash?
It's pioneering. Pioneering. Pioneering electronic rock act from the 70s. They're allegedly the first people to include like punk on a flyer, but it's basically electronics, synthesizers, drum machines.
Okay.
Quite kind of like impassioned vocals. So these two guys now in their like late 70s. Like one of them's like 78, one of them's like early 70s, I think, or late 60s, and they played the Barbican, which is a big grown-up venue in London, and not necessarily in keeping with something you'd expect Suicide to play, probably.
Yeah.
Sit-down event. Now, these guys are like, I mean, when they used to play, I mean, I've seen them once before. They supported the Stooges, and I did actually I went to see them at the Buffalo Bar, but I didn't manage to get in. But it was an erratic and intense performance. Now, they... did a lot of... I only know the first album, and the second album I know, reasonably well. I don't know any of their solo material, but they performed separately for about 45 minutes, half hour, 45 minutes each, doing solo material I'd never heard of, but it was really exciting. It's like, it makes me want to investigate more. Did
they not do anything as Suicide then?
They did,
or did they only do solo? Okay.
I think they had an enforced interval.
Okay.
They just walked off, and then the lights came up, and everyone was like going, "Oh,
are we going now?
Yeah, what's going on?" So everyone got a drink, and then they came back on and did Suicide stuff. They had guests, Henry Rollins.
I was excited about that. That would be cool.
His intro.
He just do spoken word.
He did an introduction to them. Harry, he's a fucking cool dude, man.
I know he is.
He did introduced them, and he quite a long intro. And I didn't know this. He's like a huge fan, huge fan. So much so that Alan Vega, who's the vocalist, his solo albums were never released in the US, and Henry Rollins was so pissed off with this, he released them himself.
Oh wow, okay.
So he released about 3 or 4 of Alan Vega's solo records, and he also put together a book of his like photos and his lyrics. He came on and did guest vocals for Ghost Rider, which is their biggest song.
Henry Rollins did that?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, Alan Vega, he was trotting about on a walking stick. I mean, he's nearly 80, and he didn't look very well. He was like a tortoise wandering the stage. Yeah. You couldn't really hear him, but that's always their kind of vocal style anyway, like sort of vocals. But so Henry Rollins kind of came on and kind of give a bit of encouragement, and that was really great. And also,
was Henry Rollins being shouty? Or was he singing? Because he has got a really good singing voice, but he also does like to shout a lot.
Well, Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
And then there's screams in it.
Yeah. He was doing the screams.
He was doing both.
Right, okay, yeah.
Which was really cool. Bobby Gillespie came on, and I think they did Dream Baby Dream. Bobby Gillespie, I think the singer from Savages, I'm not totally sure. So I'm not totally sure what she looks like, but I think it's the singer from Savages. Came on to do Dream Baby Dream. But it's like, either Alan Vega couldn't be bothered, or didn't want to, or forgot to really sing. So Bobby Gillespie seemed to kind of like go forward and kind of sing vocals, doing a song, but it'd kind of keep an eye on Alan Vega, who just seemed to look at him with absolute disdain, as in like, what the fuck are you doing on my stage? That sort of like...
Well, maybe he's a bit nutso.
He could be a bit nuts. And then they just walked off, and the lights came up. So it was erratic, but it's something I'd expect from that. And that's what they did. I enjoyed it, thoroughly enjoyed it.
Right, okay.
So I did that. I've also been listening to a new band, an American. I knew nothing about them. Called Dommengang. Dommengang.
Like Doppelgang.
A double M.
Oh right.
Okay. But it's like a New York kind of like trio. Psychedelic, slightly proggy. Got comparisons to Canned Heat.
Okay.
Their album is called Everybody's Boogie.
That doesn't sound promising.
It's not rock and roll.
Right. Okay.
It's more psych, kind of proggy. Really enjoyed that. It's on released on Thrill Jockey. So if you like bands like White Hills, who's a American duo, again doing that psychedelic rock thing, you could enjoy it. And also I've been listening to, I think it's the debut album by Gwenno.
Gwenno?
Gwenno.
That's not the girl from
Pipettes.
Pipettes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's released a album all in Welsh.
Yeah,
It's a
cool.
Welsh language album. Like, it's all in Welsh. Language album. It's a concept political album based on an obscure 1970s Welsh sci-fi novel.
What?
It's quite good. It's quite.
Is it good though?
I enjoyed it. I don't understand anything that's going on there. Like, it's in like obviously vocals, but it's called The Last Stand, but it's in Welsh. Daffyd Olaf. I'm not going to try and speak Welsh.
Okay.
But I think it's translated to The Last Stand. Really good, quite lush electronic. Yeah, it's interesting. Really good. I think you'd probably like it actually.
Well,
I'd be worth
like her.
We used to like the Pipettes. They were great.
I interviewed her. That's the one I interviewed.
I interviewed Indie Pipette.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
When on her solo stuff.
Yeah.
The Pipettes were great.
I interviewed Gwen Pipette when they were the Pipettes over the phone, and I expected her to be really like bitchy. She's very pretty.
Yeah.
And she was lovely. She was really, really sweet, really funny, and really good fun and gorgeous. Yeah.
But check it out. I think you'd like it. It's out next week.
Don't you remember I did that at Leo's in the office?
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
We used to go and see Pipettes, and they were great. Pipettes were like an indie version of
we took my sister, didn't we?
Yeah.
She was horrified by our behaviour.
And we went to see him at Clapham, like Ben and Jerry's or something.
Oh God, we did.
We were
oh my God, yeah, we were wrecked
dancing.
at that. Weren't we?
But Pipettes were like, it's like I mean, Dan, I don't know this much, but I really like kind of 60s girl group like Shangri-La's. I love
I like all of that. Yeah.
You know, and it was like a modern version of that. It's
It
kind of
was
like an indie sass.
That album, We Are the Pipettes, is an incredible album.
Yeah, we'll put a link up on on Facebook. But
I'm sure most people should know about that already.
Don't know. They were
Paul Shapes
cult.
did quite well.
They were cult though.
I
And they
guess
only had that one album.
Yeah.
They also
they had another album.
Pipettes have actually released an album recently, a couple of years ago, but none original members.
Yeah, no, exactly.
And it's like electropop.
Yeah, no. But there was
terrible.
another album with that lineup, I'm sure.
Was there?
Yeah. I think I might have it actually, like from the pound shop.
But we Meet the Pipettes, or We Are the Pipettes. That's a great album.
Yeah, no, it's a great album.
What do you listen to?
So I've not really been listening to much, album music per se. I watched a little bit of Glasto coverage, watched Run the Jewels about 4 times. Loved that. That was amazing. So that's LP and Killer Mike. Yeah. Really, really liked that. But I got back on the decks this week. And started practicing scratching again. I'm okay. I'm very basic. But I can scratch, but it's very basic. I can't do like the crab scratch but I can do a lot of different things anyway. So, and that reminded me of DJ Sara and DJ Ryusei, who you might remember seeing this, but probably about 8-10 years ago or something, maybe less than that. There was a video on YouTube of these 2 little kids. They're like 8 and 5.
Okay.
And awesome scratch DJs. These 2 little Japanese kids. I'll put a link to that. That's incredible. Yeah. They're really, really good. So I've been doing a bit of that. I've been playing Rocksmith on the PlayStation.
What's that?
So you've heard of Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
And Guitar Hero, you have that plastic guitar with the buttons on it. Rocksmith is Guitar Hero for real guitars.
Oh, cool.
So you actually have to play the song on a real guitar. So it's really teaching you how to play the song.
That's great.
Yeah, so I've been doing that. I've been doing Walk This Way. And that's really quick. A lot quicker than I expected. I think also the fact that I haven't been playing much for about 4 years means that I've slowed down significantly. I've been doing that and Little Wing, trying to do Little Wing.
What's Little Wing?
Jimi Hendrix.
Okay.
That's not working too well.
I like going. I haven't played guitar for 4 years. I'm gonna try Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Yeah, I like a challenge.
It's like piano rather than going into the chopsticks.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to go straight for some of that. But I've been listening to some because I got back on the turntables. It reminded me of my love of early 90s hardcore, which became drum and bass. So I'll be listening to some of that, and I will link some tracks. Some fine examples of early 90s hardcore that people should like.
You did me an awesome YouTube playlist.
Exactly, yeah. So, so a lot of that stuff was on that playlist. So,
I really enjoyed that.
And that also then reminded me, I've been doing that thing lately where you jump from thing to thing to thing. Yeah. It reminds you of something and then you jump to that. So the early 90s hardcore / drum and bass reminded me of a UK hip-hop group called Hijack, which I adore. They did one album. It took years to get released. There was a load of problems with it, and it did finally get released, and it's incredible. I still love it, and I think that came out in, it must have been 92, 93 maybe, But the main guy on there, the MC on that is Comanche Sly, and his voice got sampled over most of UK dance music.
Okay.
So I think there's a song like is it Pied Piper and something?
DJ Pied Piper.
Yeah, that's Comanche Sly's voice.
What song was that? Was that?
He's basically, almost all of you will have heard his voice, but not known that it's him, basically. So yeah, from the early 90s hardcore, I ended up listening to the Horns of Jericho and Star Warriors Revenge, which was a single they released.
That's annoying me, that DJ Pied Piper song.
Yeah, I mean, it's a massive like UK garage hit, wasn't it? Yeah,
because garage was massive in was it late 90s, early 90s?
Yeah.
It's not like, it wasn't like Do You Really Like It? What?
Yeah, it might have been, yeah.
Loving it.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's Comanche Sly, but that's Comanche Sly doing it for that.
Yeah.
Most of the time that you will have heard his voice, it's just sampled pretty much from that Hijack album.
Okay.
So yeah, his voice, everybody knows it, but nobody knows it's him. So yeah, been listening to that, and yeah, not much else new really. I mean, I was still working through all of the stuff that I talked about on the last episode from Bandcamp, because I basically downloaded about 8 albums in one go. Right. So I'm still working through a lot of that stuff. And the Dirty Dreads album that I bought from Bandcamp, there's like 72 tracks on that. So I still don't think I managed to listen to it all in one go yet. So yeah, still a lot of that stuff going on. Probably over the next couple of weeks, I'll start looking for some new stuff to sink my ears into. Sink into my ears.
I did put up. I don't think it does them justice, but I put up the debut song of the upcoming debut album of Shitwife.
Okay. You've had them play for you before, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, I put the video up on our Facebook, and it's called High Octane Party Banger or something like that. Okay. Which normally that sort of title would repulse me.
Yeah. Well, no, it wouldn't. No, it probably would actually.
Probably would, yeah.
Yeah, it probably would.
But it's great. It's live drums and electronics and like samples and synthesizers. Sympathizers.
Wow, that's a good name for a band. Samples and synthesizers.
I think it's
emotional hip hop.
Yeah, emotional. Emo pop.
Emo hop.
It sounds like a new Pixar film.
Yeah.
With Tim Burton and really sad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And
a rabbit. Yeah.
I don't think what they recorded gets across what they do live, because live they're probably one of the most
terrifying,
engaging,
terrifying
live bands. Yeah, terrifying.
You sent me a video of it and it terrified me. Yeah,
they're amazing live. Really are one of the best live bands I've seen on that sort of level for a while. But check them out. If you get the chance to see them live, I really thoroughly recommend that you see them. Don't do much. There's no vocals. You're just middle of a room, massive drum kit and loads of
massive noise.
Electronic, and it is massive noise. It's so good.
Yeah. I think the only other thing I listened to, I revisited, I think it's the second Wu-Tang Clan album, Wu-Tang Forever, and I just still can't get on with that album. It's way too long. There's some really good tracks on it, but there's a lot of, it's just too long. I can't bear it. So I'm going to have to make my own condensed version of it and just cut out a lot of the stuff on there. But so that's the only other thing. So I think that's it for us, yeah?
I believe so.
Yeah, okay.
Actually, one ending thing.
Yeah.
So last time we did this, spoke about music, I was going to see Blur that day.
That's right, yeah.
And I'm a big fan of Blur anyway. They're I was a 90s Britpop kid.
Do Angel Delight, yeah.
And it was fucking phenomenal. Absolutely.
Really? Because I heard
amazing.
Different things from people.
Really?
Like that,
I had the best time.
Oh, right. Were you drunk?
Yeah, but,
but
still.
Yeah, come on.
No, it was. Do you know what? It was brilliant. I haven't seen. Last time I saw them was when the Think Tank was released.
Okay. Oh wow, that's a long time ago.
And I was like, I'm gonna enjoy it. But I went and had. I mean, I thought they were fucking great. I really did.
Okay. Cool.
So yeah.
Good stuff. All right, so that's it for us. I'm going to put links up on the screen.
Yeah.
And we'll link stuff in the YouTube. So if you want to get in touch with us or follow us, you can do that from there.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, you can follow us. Yes, you can do all the links on YouTube.
Yeah, we don't need to. I think, yeah. All right. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.